I never thought that I would record myself saying this, but Santa, shush, don't say that under 200 days. So, hey, everybody.
195.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I better not use the 86 because people freak out about that. But I'm gonna have to put Santa in a box. It looks like everybody. Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward. I want to welcome you to Family Networking. You see me surrounded by a bunch of our friends. We've got some new people here that I am very excited to meet. We've got a couple people who are returning, which is great. I love to see that. In the chat, folks, what these are the questions I'd like for you to answer. I'd like your name, your business name, something we need to know about you. That could be business or personal. It doesn't matter. We just want to learn something about you. And then the question of the day is who in your personal network deserves more recognition for the good that they do? And is there any way that we could maybe get together and help them out? So this is really important because we want to make sure that we can try to help out as many people as we can. When you are doing your presentation, if you mention your business and you also work with a nonprofit, please mention that nonprofit or something. If you work for another organization that tries to help out people, also mention them and give them a little bit of light because people are out there working hard to make people's lives more positive. So let's really try to raise a light on them. Santa, I'm going to let the ladies, if you don't mind, I'm going to let the ladies kind of see how this goes. Ladies, do you agree with that? Yeah? Okay. So, Santa, why don't you go on ahead and kick us off, my friend?
What do I say?
A lot, all the time.
Oh, ching. Good
Yeah.
afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I create happy, joyful, positive memories for families and businesses. And how do I do that? I create videos to promote happiness, to promote businesses. One of the things I do is I create a custom story for your family where I say the children's name in the story. And then you, of course, you get the wonderful memory of spending time with your children because you get to watch it at the same time they do, which includes the wonderful memory of mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy. Play it again. Santa said my name, but I also have branched out. I'm a very forward thinking Santa. I do t shirts, I do coloring books, and I've got a cookbook that Zach can't have because, there's 50 favorite cookie recipes in this cookbook. And, because Zach would want, Mrs. to make every one of them so he could try every one of them. Because, they're all Mrs. Claus approved. So, and I have
Yes.
my new terminology, Zach, is I am the master of happiness because I create smiles and positive attitudes wherever I go.
Well, that is awesome. Santa, tell us a little bit about your Beacons Warrior, where
Oh,
your Beacons are.
absolutely. I help our veterans because Santa does lots of networking and over the course, people veterans kept telling me that I'm on the waiting list. And I said, we got to do something better than that. So Santa is putting a whole different website together called the Warriors Beacon of Hope, where I'm compiling a nationwide list of services that help our veterans, not veteran owned services, but services that help our veterans and meetings. Believe it or not, you go searching for meetings, and if you put the tagline in there, hey, I want to find a meeting for veterans. Yeah, there are none out there. So that means you got to be a member of the group, member of the organization, know someone. So I've compiling a list. And then, of course, veterans have children and grandchildren that go to school. So I have a list of scholarships on there, which is kind of amazing because I've had many people say, thank you, because I went looking and I couldn't find any. Why is it so difficult to hide information or for the veterans to find information? So the Warriors Beacon of Hope is a new portal for information for our veterans. Thanks, Zach.
No problem. Thank you, Santa. I greatly appreciate it. Look, again, this is something that, and I know that there are a lot of people out there who are, there's a lot of problems going on out there. And I've said this all the time during the 22-hour podcast, okay? No matter what the battle that our kids, our veterans, our warriors are fighting, they are there, they're giving up of their lives. Okay, you can hate the battle, but you shouldn't hate the kids that are giving up of themselves. These are kids that joined to serve this country. They go where they're told. That's what it's supposed to be. So let's give them a break, all right? Let's make sure that we're still supporting our kids who are out there supporting our way of life. Even though right now things are a little hot, let's just make sure we don't, there's the old saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's not lump our soldiers in with all the BS that's going on. So, but Alan, welcome, my friend. Why don't you go on ahead and go next, please? The questions of the day, Alan, I don't know if you jumped in time, but the question is the name, your business name, something we need to know about you, and that could be either professional or personal, whichever you would like. And then the final question is who in your network deserves more recognition for the good that they're doing, and how can we help them support, how can we help support them this month? So, Alan, you're up.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I see I'm on the screen next to the legendary Santa Papa Jim, and I'm actually writing. I wrote it down. The Warriors Beacon of Hope. I just want to thank Santa for doing that as a U.S. Army 13 Bravo veteran. I want to thank you for doing that and compiling that list. And we definitely have to have a follow-up one-on-one. It's going to take me too long to gush all over you, brother. But who I am, Alan Holmes, a master connector, community is the essence of business, and I am the master connector for building it. Who do I want to thank? Oh, my goodness. It's probably, I feel like I'm, the award show is too many to thank, but yourdestinybegins.com, that was the legendary, you'll probably hear about him in a few minutes, Mr. Z. He is a person who's so humble. He helped me put together all my various different resources and veterans resources. And of course, Mr. Zach, you yourself, who allowed me to have my Masters of Connectors Corner radio show that I have just so much. In short, I collaborate, connect, and network, eradicating poverty, ending mental health stigma. My wife has mental illness, I'm mental wellness, so that's what that's a very deep passion of mine. Of course, educating on financial literacy. Let me know how I can be of service. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Zach, for bringing all of us and allowing me to come and tag along on this incredible Wednesday in summer. Like you say, a lot's going on, but we want to keep the focus positive. Love the kids. My wife and I don't have any children, but I'm a big uncle to the world. And I know I may go on a little bit longer, but thank you as a veteran of this great country and this great community. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the family networking. Back to you, oh great one, Mr. Zach.
Great one. That's so scary. So,
ooh, that's going over the top a little bit,
yeah,
there, Mr. Allen.
I would say you're going to give me a big head, but I've already got a big noggin, so I don't have to worry about that. But Timothy, how you doing today, brother?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Why don't you go on ahead and go next, please?
All right. So I'm Timothy. I typically go by Tim. I'm a financial advisor with National Financial Network. Something I guess interesting about me is I play a few instruments, piano, drums, and bass, and I'm a huge national parks guy. Usually do a trip once a year. Been 18 out of 63, so looking to cross them all off. And then somebody in my network who deserves more recognition. I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of people since I've got into networking since December. But I think somebody that I think deserves recognition specifically this month, who a lot of people in this group may not be familiar with, is a woman who I met, Calais Govender. She's in New Jersey, and she does a lot of branding and promotional products. And the reason why I would like to, I guess, nominate her to support her this month in particular is that we've been doing a lot of collaborating, and she actually just sent me over a catalog of summer items. And there's some really cool stuff in there that I've never seen a promotional person do. So going into rest of June, July, I feel like people could benefit from teaming up with her on some stuff.
Oh, that's great. It sounds like somebody's trying to fall through my ceiling. That'd be interesting, huh? Somebody comes through my ceiling and pops down on my lap, and it wouldn't be Santa Claus. So, at least I don't think. So, uh, thank you, Timothy. Yeah, can you do us a favor and can you put her information in the chat? Do you have
Sure.
her information
Yeah.
so you can share that with her and we can all maybe go and visit her page
Sure.
and shout her out? That would be great. Thank you very much. Ilya, brother, how you doing, buddy? You're up next.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Celia. I'm a founder and CEO of Red Dog Security. What we do is we help organizations to implement the technology in a minimal way. We do two things that usually don't work together, but we try to save the cost and then make them secure. An example is we just recently helped the organization cut down their technology costs from about $5,000 a month to $1,000, and we cut their cybersecurity insurance from 2,000 to 700, and implemented all that necessary technology. But a little bit about me, I like to help people. I mean, like it's the reason why I started my company, and it's probably one of the problem is I'm not making enough money is because I mean either to make the money I help people, and sometimes I don't charge the people for money for the services I should be charging.
Yeah.
And a person I want to recognize is I just recently met a person. His name is Justin. Trying to find his name. Justin Merriff. He introduced me to something that I never thought about it, cybersecurity and accessibility. In cybersecurity, we're concerned about access. That is where we stop. And he was mentioning that, like accessibility is one of the things that the cybersecurity doesn't really look at. There was one of the examples he showed me that there was cybersecurity months, and majority of the webinars and material were not actually set up to accessible. I mean, like being more visual, being more for a hearing, and also like MFA. I mean, like that we always try to set that to people like multi-factor authenticator you need to set up. But let's say you have a problem with some memory or you have some other accessibility issue, right? That is going to cost you some problems. Yeah, that's
All right.
all about me.
Yeah, if you've got his information right there, I'd love for you to drop it in the chat. That way we can all look him up. All right. Lisa, you were the first to join us. Do you want to give us a shot?
Yeah, let's do this. So my name is Lisa Howard. I offer merchant services, which is credit card processing. If you take a credit card for your services, I can help you out. So that's the basic of the stuff. I've tried to write down some of your tasks. So one of the things that I do is I help with part of my proceeds go to nonprofits of your choice for credit card processing. One thing that you need to know about me, Tim, I'm also a musician. I play the baritone, the flute, the piano, and I've dabbled in the drums.
Wow.
So that's just something that you can know about me. And then for a person that I would like to thank, her name is Leanne Brown. She's been a really good friend to me. She does educational learning for businesses, and she's just been a great asset to me in regards to just helping me do my business and making sure that I'm staying on track and all that stuff.
That's
So that's what I have to
fantastic.
offer.
Yeah, and if you would like to share her information, please do. We would love to make sure that we're giving them all the kudos that we can. Before we move on to Karen, Timothy and Lisa, it was so funny that you two were talking about drummers. I was just watching this thing where I watched this one drummer on YouTube. The kid is just amazing. I mean, he sits there and the stuff he can do with one drumstick is better than and I listen to metal. So this guy with one hand can do what most of the drummers I've seen do. I mean, this guy is just amazing. And he ended up being a substitute teacher for some kids on this day, teaching them how to play drums. And it was amazing watching this guy walk in there to this room of kids. Some of know who he is and others don't. But when they were able to walk out, his style is so repeatable that he was able to teach these kids how to play a song that they wanted to learn on that day. I mean, the guy was just amazing. But that is really cool that, drums have come up a couple times today. But so Karen, welcome, and please tell us a little about you.
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Speaking.
It's my first time here. Mr. Z was kind enough to invite me. I am a bookkeeper. I just started my business a little while ago. Work for small, medium-sized businesses. I've worked in nonprofit. I don't currently have any nonprofit clients. I've worked in a nursing home, which was fun. Right now I am a member of a rescue squad, not the medical. My family's medical. I'm the money lady. I help them with their fundraising. So that's real rewarding. And I'm just kind of looking to, expand my network and, just I'm glad to meet everyone. I don't really have anyone to recommend. I'm kind of new to this whole thing, so just kind of getting a feel for everything.
Okay. Okay. Well, how long have you been in business, Karen?
I've been in the accounting field for a very long time, but I opened my business about 5 months ago.
And what was it about accounting that when you were working for someone else, you
Yeah.
kept telling yourself, I could do this better if I was doing it on my own? What was it about
Yeah.
the field that you
Yeah.
felt that you needed to make that step?
I felt like I've always worked for small to medium companies, and I felt like I really was doing a lot of things that weren't my calling, whatever. I like the numbers. I like helping people save money. I like, teaching. But I found I was doing a lot of HR, ordering supplies, and it just wasn't doing what I wanted to do. And I also wanted more flexibility in my life. Like I was kind of stuck to that 9 to 5, and I had a very difficult time taking any time off. So, it just kind of felt right at this point. And I do like to work with small business owners, and I do like to, help guide them, help them understand. And that's always been what I've loved.
Yeah. Well, welcome. I'm glad that Z connected us, and I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to the event. Z, we are having one hell of an electric storm, so if you do lose me, you know why. And you've already got co-hosts, so that means you would end up taking over host until I can reconnect. Just saying. So, yeah, all the all the yeah. I put my hair down so it's not become a lightning rod, I mean, but so next up we've got the Mr. Z. How you doing, brother?
Uh, Thank you, brother man. I thought Sabrina was going to go next. So let
She's running
me,
from us.
I'm sorry, what?
She's running from us right now,
Uh,
so
I see. All right. Well, thank you, brother man, and thank you for the acknowledgments, Karen, Santa, Tim, General Allen, and everyone. And hello, world. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer, and I am also a consultant at ZWorld Webs. Something about me. Very interesting group of people here. I like to forest bathe, go into the woods, tap into the greatness of nature, and be one with nature. Um, who in my network deserves more recognition? I don't mean to sound like I'm playing favorites, but I want to say thank you, General Allen, for the kind words, and of course for your service in the military. Not only are you a great master connector, but also someone that teaches the importance of helping our vets and our pets. Thank you, General Allen, for being the general that we need, but we don't deserve. And Zach, of course, I couldn't resist. Thank you for putting this all together and showing Z World that you care, like everyone else here too. Back to you, sir.
Yeah. I told you that I was
I
not
know.
eligible.
I know.
So, but well, Sabrina, as soon as you come back on, I will bring you up. But until then, my name is Zach Clayton. I started Community Pay It Forward. It's coming up on 11 years. I cannot believe that. When 11 years ago, I was run off the road on my motorcycle and I was left in a ditch for over 7 hours. I ended up suffering a busted up face, a broken neck, and a broken skull. All kinds of fun stuff. And so what I do, my first thought was I was going to get into event planning. Then I realized nobody really wants an event that I'm going to plan. I mean, I'm kind of a weird guy, so nobody would want that kind of event. So what we do instead is, Karen, Lisa, we team with people like you. And we introduce you by your story. We let people know your story. We let people know that you're out there. Okay. And then we take a referral from you on any closed business. And we turn that referral into a donation to try to help people all around the world. This has led to some great partnerships with people like Sabrina, Alan, Santa, and Z, who are all part of my program. And our whole goal, like everything that we do, is about trying to find a way to help people out. So something personal about me is I am a huge sports guy. I love my animals, and this is going to go into the next introduction here in a minute because she's back. But and I really think that we can help everyone if we all work together. I think it is possible to help everyone. And somebody that I would like to give a shout out to are everyone out there right now who is keeping a calm head. Everyone who's out there and not falling into anybody's traps. Anyone who's out there Hi. Anyone who's out there and not losing their mind are making people's lives a little bit better. So I would like to just ask that everybody, try to keep your head a little bit right now. It is a tough time. So next up, we've got one of my favorite people in the world, and she's my sister because she's got one of my baby pictures behind her.
No.
Sabrina.
Hi, everyone. I apologize. I got on early and nobody was here. And then I had an emergency and I ended up being late. So because of that, I'm Sabrina, the lifestyle promoter. I'm going to turn it over to each of you so I can get to know each of you a little bit better. And Mr. Santa, it's great to see you again. I've seen you at H&P a couple of times, so it's great to see you today. And Brother Zach, I appreciate the introduction. And no, you do not look like my shot behind me. You're my brother. So if you look like that, what would that make me? That would not be good.
See, Sabrina, here's the joke though, okay? I was born on Christmas Eve in New Jersey at an Army hospital, right? And I was born at 10 o'clock at night. So everybody was celebrating Christmas. Everybody had a few adult sodas and everybody was all a little bit drunk. My mom went into labor, so they had to find a doctor quick. Who did they find? They found the veterinarian. He was the only one who was sober. So until they could get another doctor in there, I was the veterinarian started delivering me. And when I came out, the veterinarian looked at my mom and said, "Oh my God, you did have a monkey for a son."
Aw.
So
That explains so much, Zach.
doesn't it? Yeah, wait until you hear that, I came out with my back haunches first. So, I mean, yeah, life started a little bit different for me. Sabrina, give us somebody in your life that you would like to give a little more notice to. Somebody who
Oh, I want to
deserves
give.
our recognition.
So I want to give a shout out to. Ooh, you have a new pet. I haven't met him yet.
Oh,
So,
this one's Zephyr. Yeah.
oh, cool. Okay, I got sidetracked. When I see animals, I do get sidetracked. Everyone, I want to give a shout out to Holly, who I don't think is here today, but what she does to help women and men pass their extreme traumatic experience. I'm like this. Oh my goodness, she has so much to give to society, culture as a whole. If you have not had a chance to have a power conversation with Holly, and I'm forgetting her last name right
Miller.
now, but I'll look it up.
Miller.
Miller, yes, Holly Miller. If you haven't had a chance to connect with her on LinkedIn or social media platform of your choice, definitely do it. And if you have a podcast, I would kind of like encourage her to be your guest. I'm going to ask each of you a quick question because I didn't get to meet all of you due to my emergency I had. Tell me, if you have money's no option, okay, so I don't want to hear the money excuse. Time's no option. I don't want to hear that excuse. If there's some place on the earth that you would like to go and have not, where would that be? And I can be name challenged, so I'm going to have Zach help me around the room. I like your haircut. It's really cute, and the gray hair is gorgeous on you with the brown. Would you lead us off? Is it Sarah or Lauren?
Karen?
Karen. Yeah. It's funny because I've just started to travel a lot. So my next big trip, I hope, is a cruise in like Spain, France, and Italy. That's where I'd like to go.
Ooh, a woman after my own heart.
Yeah.
Yes. The gentleman with the glasses on his head.
Ilya.
This will be Ilya. I mean, like, it's very simple. I want to go home, but I mean, like, unfortunately, there is a war is going on, so that's the only place I want to go.
And where is home from you? I cannot place your accent.
I mean, this will be Russia.
Nice. Santa.
That would be, I've got a couple places, well, actually 3 on my bucket list. That would be Scotland, because my mother was from Scotland. And I want to go swim with the whales in Australia. And of course, I want to go to Hawaii.
Ooh, Hawaii. Yes, my favorite place. Mr.
Never
Z.
been there.
You've
but
been there?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. You'll enjoy it, especially if you like volcanoes.
Incredible scenery lately.
Mr. Z?
Oh, thank you, Sabrina. I'm gonna say Africa, specifically in yeah, I'm gonna say in Africa, somewhere there. But thank you, Sabrina.
Yeah, anywhere you don't have like something in particular that you want to see in Africa? What draws you to Africa? Let me ask that question.
Just the wildlife and see how the lions work.
Yes. Okay.
But thank you, Sabrina.
So
and as a chimp like myself, I think I can fit in just fine.
A safari would be great. That's
Perfect.
What I'm hearing. The gentleman with the headphones on his ears.
Mr. Allen.
Sabrina, first of all, yeah, I know I've seen you before we talked. I think I've been, you know what? My goodness, what a wonderful retreat. Where am I going? Well, let's see. Besides, I'm a WWE fan. I got to go to WrestleMania. It's coming up soon. Then I may just zoom over to back to Germany where I was in Cologne. And who knows? I just might pop up somewhere in the background of that little your background. Just put the little pet away because I do speak pet, by the way. But anyway, I love this conversation. This is going to go longer than. See, Zach, you're responsible. You know what I was going to do when I respond to this. we have to have a one-on-one so I do have a podcast. Mr. Zach hosts it. So he does know that he's been, so let's get together. Thank you for nice meeting you. Zach, back to you and the great one. Sabrina, we honor you. We honor you. Is he on the leash back there? Is he on the leash back there?
No, I was actually close to him. This is a mommy and her baby. Well, the baby you don't see behind me. God gave me a unique gift that I photographed this Lima monkey very closely, meaning I could reach out and pet her if I wanted to. We spent about 45 minutes to an hour together, just hanging out. And you see her mouth is open, right? So when she walked by me, she said, and I went off. I said, Heffa, if I wanted to hurt you, I would have long time ago. We've been hanging out for a long time. But they're very smart animals. And when I got back to my room that had a balcony, guess who was outside on the tree? They're very smart. I opened up my balcony and I said, yes, Heffa, I meant what I said. What are you doing? And she looked at me.
We must be related. You just have a no filter. Just okay. But
yes, I have no filter. This is Zach's meeting, right? So, and then, is it Lisa? I apologize.
Let's go with Lisa.
No worries.
Oh, I got your name right. Yay.
Yeah, you got my name right. So it looks like the places that we want to travel. Is that correct?
Yes, the top place. No money, you have time, all the money. Where would you go?
Gotcha. I was on the phone. I apologize. The top place would be Australia.
Ooh, nice. And then the sir that I, not last or least, is it Timothy?
Timothy.
Oh, I got it right. Okay.
If money and time was no issue, I would go to Antarctica. I want to be able to go to that 7 continents. I'm sure I'll be able to go everywhere else. More realistically, I would like to go to Norway because I was hoping to go there, and then it was canceled because of COVID. So I still need to make that up.
Yeah. Nice. Antarctica is on the top of my list. And because of the gift of this, I want to photograph the polar bears as well as the penguins. Zach, we always talk about your spot. So I'm going to be quiet because I took up enough time.
I love the polar bears. For me, you know what? I've got one thing on my bucket list, and that's how I want to take, and I want to help enough people to where we're able to go to the European castle tours. Just go throughout Europe and visit all the castles and all that history. I'd love to get into Rome and Egypt and Greece, and go to all these wonderful
West
places.
Germany.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Alan? I spent the first 3 years of my life in Berlin. So we had an apartment overlooking the Berlin Wall. So we could see into East Germany from my apartment. So we were that close to history. But so that was fun, Sabrina. That was fun. And Sabrina, you also have a way to help people make these trips come true, right?
Yes, and we a lot of people had said to me when I showed them how we travel the world at amazing prices that they wanted to go with me, and I resist that for years, ever since I've been doing this. And whenever something keeps coming up, that may be the thing you need to do. So I did something very uncomfortable. And I started inviting a select few in my network with opportunity to go with me for my trips this year. And I always go when the children aren't in my way or the people aren't in my shots. So I choose very strategic times to travel, and shared with a select few of individuals that mentioned it or may not have mentioned it, that I wouldn't mind traveling with, because I'm sure all of you know you can't travel with just anyone. I have a lot of stories about that because I've been there, done that, right? To say, well, that doesn't always work. And this is how we can relax and reboot and re-energize. So what we do is we help you do that. Relax, reboot, re-energize without paying full ticket prices. Usually when we share the prices, one or two things happen. People will either curse. One lady just, couple of them. I was like, okay, that's too much for my ears, because they had just came back from the exact same place and paid way too much money. Or they would start to cry because they really can realize their dream and spend a lot less money than what they had planned to spend. So I appreciate each of you for participating, because that gives me some ideas on places that we're going to feature on our YouTube channel.
That's great. I saw a place in Antarctica where they were making hotel rooms out of ice, and where that sounds extremely uncomfortable, these rooms looked so comfortable. They were able to build fires inside these rooms, but like the bed frame is made out of ice. The furniture is all, I mean, it's just, these were amazing. It was like being in, the mythical Superman's castle, Superman's cave. They look really cool. So, I mean, I know that there's a lot of really cool places out there. Okay, so the other question is, and yes, this one's a little bit boring, but I know, we are in the business world. Karen, we're at the 6th month. Have you accomplished any goals? And are you working on anything for the rest of the year?
I guess I've gotten at least my website up and started networking. So that is my I guess accomplishments. I get stuck in I want it perfect, but that's not real life. Otherwise I'd never get anything done. And just my goals, I think, for the rest of the year are just to network and to grow my business.
Fantastic. Every step, getting that website up, that is so important. And it's so, people don't understand a lot of times, like people who aren't in business, how frustrating it is to get that website up. So, I mean, that's the first representation of you to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
And getting listed on Google was harder than getting my website up.
yeah. Yep.
Because I was thrown off a couple of times for God knows what, but it's back up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa, have you accomplished any goals in the first half of this year? And what are you still going to work on for the rest of this year?
Yeah, so I'm actually looking at my vision board that my business coach helped me design. Well, I designed it, but she helped me with the fruition of it. But part of it was to double my business for this year. And I've done half of that. So I'm halfway there. It's halfway through the year. And I'm excited about the rest of the year to make sure that my goal happens.
Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations. Sabrina, same question.
The offer, go with me anyway offer, put me way outside of my comfort zone, and I've already created the videos for it and sent it out to people. Now we're getting the pricing. They have a new part in the portal that lets us take people with us, and I'm waiting for the numbers from the travel agent that's assigned to us. So it should be fun. Should be fun. Being optimistic.
I'm looking forward to it because I love following you and seeing everything that you do. So, Alan.
Wow, this is a wonderful conversation. My goal for the rest of the year is really, one, getting more hint, guests for the Master Connectors Corner. So if you have a dream or vision and you want to make sure that you make it to the Sabrina, the lifestyle promoter, see what I just did? This is what I do, is I would love to, and I am working on getting more one-pagers done so I can help others dream further, because people think this is an act. I almost became an actor. It didn't work out. I was in a couple of Hollywood movies before I went to the military. People, they thought I was Pele when I was in Europe and Montel and all the others. But, I love doing with this, where we're having conversations, because it allows me to be who I am as a master connector and a veteran, and helping others reach their dreams. That's what I will ultimately want to be, as a super connector. And then when I keep showing up to these family networkings, I may just mess around and accidentally on purpose mention all of you great superstars. And yes, Lisa, I wrote it down. I know what a vision board is. Oh, now you're going to have me go back, way back. I won't start singing because that's Tim's job. Oh, yeah. And also, Tim, he's somewhere. I want to see his musical abilities because I am taking auditions. No, I'm kidding. Mrs. Zach, see, don't give me a mic because I'm going to just keep going. We go, Mr. Iya, behave yourself. I need to do a one-on-one back with you. Back to you, Mr. Zach. Oh, great superstar. Thank you for allowing having us. I appreciate you.
Not a problem. Thank you, brother. Ilya, we're halfway through the year. What have you got?
Yeah, I mean, like, since the business is new, I mean, like, we just gonna be celebrating a year. So my goal is to continue do what I do. I mean, like, just to make it sustainable, so I don't have to take the money out of the savings. That's basically my goal for the rest of the year.
Well, we'll keep working on this, brother, and we'll help you build. And we're all in this to try to help each other out. So it's the whole reason why this is going. Why this got started. So, Timothy, what are your goals and what have you accomplished so far?
So one goal that I have is just to become a better advisor than I was the day before. So I do a lot of, preparing and studying and learning every single morning, usually before most other people get in. So like in that sense, I'm definitely a much better advisor than I was on January 1st. Another major goal that I had was that the insurance carrier that we're partnered with, they give us like a goal of a target by the end of the year. And if you're able to do it by the year's midway point, you earn Making Leaders Club. And I have more than enough in underwriting to qualify myself, but they're not paid situations just yet. So looking to work with underwriting and kind of get them over the finish line in the next 3 weeks.
Good luck, brother. Good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
Keep going. Keep going. Santa,
Greetings.
what?
What have I accomplished? Man, I'm not a rich man by the token, but I've created some incredible relationships, folks. I'm well over 100,000 followers on social media. My website is now, I'm going to brag, an incredible shop that 6 months ago, if you would have told me, I would have been doing t-shirts, coloring books, a cookbook, I would have said, you're nuts. What's that got to do with Santa? But here I am promoting 3 new big products, and I'm pretty excited about it because it's all about building the brand, and the brand is growing very proudly and very interestingly, and just learning new marketing ways because now I'm actually marketing a product instead of marketing me. So that's enabled me to watch a lot of YouTube videos to double check on how to do things. Folks, if you have questions and you don't know what you're doing about certain things, Zach doesn't know all the answers all the time, and neither does Mr. Z, but they know a lot of answers. But let me tell you, YouTube will give you a lot of incredible answers and make you think outside the box on, how to challenge yourself to take yourself to that next level. Don't ever say you can't do anything. Don't say, you can't go fishing in Zach's, fish container behind him because you might get a little upset, but it could be possible. But, the reality of it is you have to challenge yourself every now and then to move to the next level, to move positive and move forward. So it's been an incredible year so far.
I'll just let you know, no, you can't go fishing in my tank. No.
I didn't
No.
say fishing, I said swimming.
Swimming? Well, I can swim a couple fingers in there, but that's about it. Santa mentioned that he does stories and does personalized stories. If you and I just put a post in the chat. I just put in a site where if you play the video, that is a story that Santa recorded for my 7 grandkids. So you can see one of the stories that he performs by going to his well, I hope you don't lose us yet, Sabrina, but we understand. But that's one example of his stories. Z, we did not bring up Z World Cares. I need you to talk about that, and then we will move on to your goals.
You know what? I appreciate you acknowledging that, Zach, because that has been one of the goals that I've accomplished is to find ways to help people show that you care about supporting nonprofits. And everyone here, like Santa, Zach, General Allen, Tim, and many others too, who want to support nonprofits. That has been one of the biggest goals. I've been thinking about it for quite some time. And thank you, Zach, for allowing me to showcase Z World Cares. My upcoming goals, I'm hoping to do more good in this world. And by connecting with great people like yourselves who really do care about making a difference, you're making that possible. Or as I like to say, the good say, you.
Mhm. I appreciate it. And for me, when it comes to goals, we very simply, we've got the app designed, the mobile app for Community Pay It Forward. It is designed. Now we're just working on getting it released. So that was something that, when I started this crazy vision 10 years ago, I wanted an app immediately. Well, here we are 10 years later, and now it's finally coming true. So, and I've got to thank the great kids from ASU for putting it together. Michael March is still with us in the community, and he's still working with us every day, dealing with Apple and Google, trying to get the app ready to come out, and so we can share it with you guys, and we can turn everyday sales into donations. So. We've only got about 10 minutes left, and I appreciate everybody here, but we do have to ask one question every episode that we do this. And the question is very simple. Karen, I'm going to ask you, who can you help directly today, and what can we do to help you?
Who can I help directly today? Well, I jotted down everybody's name and, I'm going to connect with a bunch of you people, but, just keeping you in mind as I'm out there networking in other places that, oh, I met this really great person, that type of thing. And the same thing for me, if, anybody knows anyone, small business, medium business, or somebody that would be great to connect with, I'd love to be introduced. And, like I said, I've worked with nonprofits and that's always a great arena to work in. I've always found it rewarding. So I'm very open to working with nonprofits and helping out where I can.
That is so fantastic. Sabrina, are you still with us to where you can answer these last two questions?
Yes, I am. I'm just turning off my
That's fine.
video and serve. Karen, I was sending you a message. Would you connect with me on LinkedIn? It's Sabrina Morris, and you'll see my shot of the Eiffel Tower behind me. I'll introduce you to Catherine, who runs a networking organization. And I think you said you wanted more networking. Is that correct? Okay, I'll introduce you to Catherine. And we have really great networking events. We do problem solving, mastermind. It's a lot of fun. And then, Mr. Allen, it's great. I recognize you by your voice. It's great to finally see you today. And yes, I'd be happy to be a guest on your podcast. And it's great meeting everyone today. And my thing says 1%. So love you guys. Love you, Zach. Thank you
You
for
too, sis. Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Lisa, who can you help directly today, and how can we help you?
That's a big question. So I was trying to think of that. I'm trying to connect with a gal who does, and I've known her for years. I just never had her phone number until today. But she does networking with, and this is what something that Karen mentioned in regards to getting that back out of the back office and into actually what you're actually doing with your, which is bookkeeping. So getting out of the HR component and doing actually what you're involved in. So I sent you a link to my LinkedIn, Karen. So I want to connect with you. So there's that. What was the other question?
What can we do today to help you?
To help me, just connect with me. I believe, I don't think I put my LinkedIn information out there, but my phone number's out there. Just call me and I'll answer and we can go from there to do them face to face. So
And that is great. Well, Lisa, I am thrilled to have you join our little group here. So I hope to see you again next month on the 10th. So, Timothy, what can we do today? Or who can you help directly and what can we do to help you? I ask this every month. I should have the question down, but no.
So how I can help today is I'm trying to just continue to get more and more into the networking. So kind of like what Karen had said, if I know who you want to be connected to, I'll do my best to make those introductions. Once I kind of come across those people over the course of, the weeks to come. How I can help people kind of generally is just if you have a goal that requires any financial planning, I can help that person with pretty much anything. And then what was the second part of the question?
What can we do today to help you, brother?
Well, there's a few groups of people that I like to work in particular. I like to work with young professionals. The things that I always say to look out for are diplomas, diamonds, and diapers. If you see those, I like to help them kind of get out of the gate, doing the right thing. And then I do a lot of work with business owners, medical professionals, and real estate agents.
Perfect. Perfect. Timothy, thank you for joining us again. I hope that we get to keep continuing our conversation. I had a really great one-on-one with Timothy, and I suggest everyone does the same. So, Mr.
Thank you.
Holmes, what's up, Holmes?
Yeah. Yeah, King Arthur Sherlock Holmes, that's my first name. I've heard it all. No, you know what? I love this day. I'm old school, so you're gonna have to send me a list. Santa will be upset at me when I say this, but Santa, the list, because I need all you great ones. I have ideas coming out of my head. But Karen, for example, right off the bat, there's a group. I'll put it in there.
You're muted, brother.
This is what I do. I mute myself. I get excited. I mute myself. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Karen, I have someone for you because it's called IceDM. I'll put it in the chat for everyone. It's have access to, not me, but the person I contact has access to, well, I don't know, 140,000 nonprofits. So you might have to share it with Zach a little bit. And then, of course, how you can help me is just connect with me because Mr. Zach and Mr. Z put together this platform called Give So Goods, the little furry ones. I am an affiliate for them, so we got to help the little ones and they're in the one. So I'll put that in there. But thank you again from the bottom of my heart for allowing us to be part of your family network. And I will let the world know about all you great ones once I have your one pager. Hint, hint. Back to you, Mr. Zach, in the great world of Colorado.
I appreciate it, Alan, as always. Ilya, who can you help directly today, and what can we do to help you, brother man?
Sure. We can help today. I'm looking specifically for people who are starting the business and not sure how to do the technology. That's the people I want to talk to. I mean, not necessarily gonna bring you a lot of revenues, but I mean, at least I can help somebody. And what was the other question?
What can we do to help you?
Sure. I mean, like connect with me. I mean, like find out on my LinkedIn, connect with me, set up one-on-one. I will be great to talk to.
Sounds great. And just to let everyone know, there will be a post on LinkedIn tomorrow that's going to have everybody's information on it. We're going to be sharing that out there. It'll have either your community pay it forward profile, those of you who is in the Community Pay It Forward profile. It's going to have you there, or it's going to have your LinkedIn profile. So if you're having any troubles meeting anyone or finding anyone on this will help you to connect with them so we can stay connected. Santa, who can you help today except for me now that I'm hungry thanks to you and your damn cookie book? And what can we do to help
I
you?
didn't do anything. You know, I've only posted about
Created a cookie book, man. Come on.
15 different cookies online so far. You know, geez, man, you got to check them all out. There's some really good ones in there. Not my fault. You know, folks, I love networking and meeting people. And you know, there's the old proverbial: when you're down and having a bad day, nothing's better than having a great conversation with someone. You get to share information, and the power of networking is huge if you utilize it. That means you tell a good story, you build a relationship up so you know that that person can go, hey, you know, I met a pretty cool Santa yesterday and I had a great one-on-one with him. So I'm going to tell my friends. That's the power of networking. Even Alan, come on, you know, Alan's such a good guy. And when you meet with him, he'll refer you to other people. So folks, glad for the connection. What a great conversation, Zach, today. This has been incredible. There's once again, you found some new people, so that's awesome. So, hey, if you enjoyed meeting me and the other people here, share some love and just share our names around to people that could use all the people on the site, the services that we offer, because you know, that's the power of networking.
Then I'm going to take and Santa, I'm going to step on your toes for here just a second. And the way that you can help out Santa, if you know a veteran, if you know a veteran organization, if you know a veteran in need, have him get a hold of Santa. With his new project, this is the best way to help out veterans because this isn't a place where they're going to have to go to 15 different websites to find this. He's trying to put together something to where veterans can, with less time, maximize their own health, their own well-being. So and Santa, I'm sorry I took over for you there, but that was just something. I think that's probably the best way to help you today.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So, Mr. Z, you're up, brother.
Thank you, brother man. Those that I can help or want to help, those who are seeking help, and not just our vets or people who need assistance, but also our nonprofits who just need assistance. We're bringing awareness of what they're doing. Um, what was the other question? My apologies.
Can we help you?
You're helping me right now, connecting with great people like yourselves who really do care. And it's all thanks to you, brother man, and Santa, and Alan, Amelia, Tim, Karen.
Yeah. I think it's all to all of us, and this is, you know, part of the family. This is what we do. How can you, or who can I help today? I can help you help others. That's our goal. We want to help you help others. If your day is filled with the question, how can I help someone else? And how easy is it to do it? Well, we can help you answer that question. Those questions, that questions? Yeah. I speak for a living. How you can help, or how you can help me today. Folks, please, if you've got an extra hoodie that you no longer wear, and a hoodie is just one example, it doesn't fit you anymore. Don't take it to a thrift store. Don't put it in a yard sale. Put it in your car. Give it to somebody that you see in your community who's struggling with the elements. If you make too much food, take and put that food in the old hillbilly Tupperware, in an old butter bowl, in an old whipped cream bowl if you're a fat guy like me and have tons of whipped cream bowls all laying around. Put it in there, zap it in the microwave, take it to somebody who's either shut in or somebody who's out on the streets and suffering. These are small things that mean absolutely nothing to you. These are things that you're not going to miss, but it could mean the world to them. This is how easy it can be to make a difference and be to help somebody out and not cost you a penny. So these are the kind of things that we try to promote on Family Networking and Community Pay It Forward. I want to say thank you all to Karen, Alan, Timothy, Lisa, Santa, Ilya, Mr. Z, and my sister Sabrina. Thank you all for joining us. Please join us again next month on July 10th. I hope to see you all then, but thank you all very much.